Guys, this time I'd like to share a spelling activity with you. I enjoy this one a lot because it takes the stress off the hand, as the child doesn't have to do as much writing as they typically do in other spelling tasks and activities. So for this one, we'll need 2 pieces of paper, and I ask the students to cut these into smaller squares. By the way, a stack of note paper is my favorite tool for online teaching, and I always ask to have my students some note paper handy. Okay, so we have 8 small squares, and I'm going to tell the student which letters to write on these cards. Now, if it's a word that you'd like to review and that they've already learned, you might just say the word and ask them to write the letters for this word on each separate card. If it's a new and a particularly difficult word, then you might just want to spell it out for them or tell which letters to write. For this word, we'll need 2 E's, 2 R's, an S and a U, an A and a T. Once you have all the letters, you ask the students to assemble them into a word. Again, if it's a new and difficult word, you can just spell it out and they have to find the appropriate letter. So T, R, E, A, S, U, R, E. And so we have the word treasure, not the easiest word to spell. What we do next is we continue to work on this word by flipping over 1 letter at a time. You ask your students to flip over a letter which they find easiest to remember. Let's say that's the first one, obvious letter T, and then spell the word out, but they have to remember the letter that's been flipped. T, R, E, A, S, U, R, E. And you continue doing this and while flipping the letters over one by one. If it's going well and it's easy, you might flip over several letters at a time. And then let's say, you know, your student says T, R, E, and then they've forgotten this letter. They can check themselves by flipping it over. And then finally, you do this until you have all of the letters flipped. And then they attempt to spell the whole word. Now, a more challenging task would be to ask the child what the 5th letter, for example, is. And that's this task requires more thinking on their part because by now they're just used to, you know, saying the letters in a certain order. This way, they have to visualize the word. They have to remember all the letters and then choose the 5th one. So it involves a little bit more thinking and concentration. Again, they've spelled the word. You can check yourselves by flipping over all of the letters. And then for the next task, I ask them to mix the letters up. You can flip them over again to make it a bit more challenging. And we use a timer. So I set the timer and I say, well, you have to put these letters so that they spell out this word as fast as you can. Ready, set, go. Okay, so and we spell the word out. T, R, E, S, T, R, E, A, S, U, R, E. Stop. Okay, so it took me 18 seconds to assemble the word. If it's correct, you know, you give them a point or something, or I don't know. Or if it's and if there's a mistake, if it's incorrect, you might ask them to do some squats or something to, if you want to kind of, you know, have them take a little break. Physical break from doing all this, like from focusing so much on the letters, you might have them do some squats. So, and then ask them to mix the letters up again and say that this time they have to get a point, they need to be able to spell it in under 15 seconds, for example. I like to give this as a homework task. So, for example, they have to assemble this word 3 times in a row in less than 15 seconds. Also, you can then what you can do is you can do word transformation, take a group of similar words or words that have certain similar combinations of letters. So, for example, what 2 letters do you need to change to make this, to change this word into the word measure? So when you use a ruler to say how long something is, okay, obviously we take out the T and we change the R to letter M and get the word measure. And then you might continue doing the transformations. Okay, use these letters to make something edible. Okay, that's meat as an example. Okay, change 1 letter to change the meaning of this word. So it's like nice to meet you. All right, change the A for the E and get meat. Okay, change 1 letter so that it's a part, so that it's a word which is a part of your body. Change M to letter F, you get feet, and so on. So for homework, you might also assign a group of words that have similar letters or similar combinations of letters, and also have them time themselves. I hope you find this activity helpful and enjoy using it at your lessons.